Hey guys, I want to do an update video when I got back from Vegas. First of all, I want to say I hope all my brothers down there are safe and make it back safe, because a bunch of messed up shit's going on up there right now as of last night. It's Monday morning. Next thing I want to talk about is I want to thank you guys for the love that I get whenever I go to these tournaments. A lot of you guys come up to me and say thank you for giving them advice or just letting them know what kind of bats are out there. Man, that's greatly appreciated. And I know I don't answer a lot of phone calls you guys give me. I got that little bit of that grief over the weekend. It would be easier for you guys to text me, because I do have kids. I'm a stay-at-home, I'm a retired stay-at-home dad. I do a lot of hitting. My wife works, and I kind of like stay at home. I got a young son that is into football, and I kind of cook, so there's a lot of things going on in my life that I just can't pick up the phone and answer. So the best thing, you guys, if you need to get a hold of me, ask me questions about a bat or what's coming out, the best thing you guys can do is text me, and I'll try to get back as soon as I can. But man, there's just a lot of stuff going on. I'm not ignoring you. Just one thing you got to understand, I'm not ignoring you. Just to give you guys updates on what I've got coming out and what I'm planning on doing this year. The first thing that I want to work on this week, starting today, because I'm waiting for my guys to get here. The field is a little wet, but I'm going to start hitting the Worth Wicked. I was in Vegas over the weekend. I've heard a lot of good things about this bat. A few bad, but not really were, it looks really good. But I keep saying that whenever I hear all these people talking really good about a bat. I want to start hitting that thing today. They say it's pretty hot out of the wrapper. 60, 100 swings, it's broke in. But we'll wait and see. I want to start hitting that thing today and get a video out as soon as I can to you guys. The next thing I want to do is, I have Dudley contacting me on some bats that are going to come out next weekend to me. Apparently they're using them in a tournament. They're going to show them in a tournament this weekend, have some of those guys swing them. So I should have 3 or 4 bats next weekend to start doing some reviews on the new Dudleys that are coming out. The tackified finish on it is not as much as the old ones. It's got some kind of lift technology from what I've been told. They won't tell me what they've done to it, but we're going to take those out and hit them. Number 3 is, I have on the schedule, there's been some concerns with a lot of my guys about the Adidas, the durability in the Adidas. Now I'll tell you what, I swung my Adidas this last weekend in Vegas. I didn't have any issues with it. I've got probably over 600 swings on it about right now, low 600s. Last count that I took, I hit the ball very well in Vegas. So I don't have any issues with it, but I keep on hearing these people saying that theirs are cracking under 200 swings average. Now, what I want to do is the same thing I did with Dudley, because when that issue came up, I'm going to get about 3 of the Adidas bats, and I'm going to start swinging them to see what kind of durability I can get out of them, to kind of put that to rest on is it just a bad, here's the deal too, guys, 10% of everything that's manufactured, and they got an average of 10%, and I put that 10% in bats too. You're going to have a spillage or a breakage on 10% of everything, but a lot of guys, I keep on getting, in Vegas the balls were wet, maybe not in Vegas, but in Dalton, whenever these guys were cracking bats, the balls were wet in the mornings. I know that for a fact because I was there. If you're hitting heavy balls, wet balls, you're gonna crack some bats. I and this and the reason I'm laughing, guys, because there's just so much shit out there about the excuses I get on cracking bats, and they don't necessarily coincide with what I think why people crack bats. But one of the one of the excuses was if you roll a bat that it'll crack easier. Now I don't necessarily believe in that because I've done testing. If you guys watch any of my videos, I did testing on a bat that was rolled 5 years ago, and I found out that you can actually add more swings onto a bat, doesn't take it away. But I keep on getting these conflicting guys talking to me about it makes the bat livelier and it takes away the life. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. After I get done with these couple of reviews, I'm gonna actually do that video over again. I'm gonna take some of the bats at Dudley, and I'm gonna take a Miken, and I'm gonna take a Adidas, and I'm gonna get them rolled, and I'm gonna find out how many swings I can get on these bats before they crack. And also I'm gonna get the same bats to compare them with that haven't been rolled, and I'm gonna see how many swings I can get on them. So that's another separate video I'm gonna do that's gonna come out before the end of the year about, really guys, what does rolling a bat do to the performance and what does it do to the life. I have my theory on what it does to it, but I'm gonna actually do a video on it and go all the way through it and show you guys my what I get, the results that I get from doing this video. So that's another video I want to put out there. I want to talk about in upcoming, this is all going to come out before the end of the year. I want to talk about SSUSA and what happened over the weekend about the batter's box issue at Big League Dreams and all these complexes that have AstroTurf infields. And I know if you guys watched some of those games, I got called out of the box on Saturday night. A lot of guys playing in the undefeated games on Sunday got called out of the box in crucial situations, stepping out of the front of the box, guys. I think it's Bush League. This is just my opinion, and I'm going to do a whole video on this, guys. I think it's Bush League if you call somebody for stepping out the front of the box. It's me. I'm a hitter. I mean, I stand way up in front of the plate because a lot of you pitchers like to nibble on that front part of the plate, and the only way that I can get to that pitch is to stand in front of the plate. But I tend to step out from in front of the box. The problem is every other time I've only been called out, guys. This is in my 30+ years of playing ball. I've only been called out of the box 4 times, and it's all been in Vegas and Reno at Big League Dreamfields. 4 times, and it's been. And I even talked to the umpire on Saturday, and she said their tournament director wants them to call guys for stepping out of the front of the box. Just my thoughts, guys. We pay a lot of money to go to these tournaments. I don't get my shit paid for. I pay my money to go to these tournaments, and some Bush League call to get stepped out and get in front of the box on games that we love. I mean, it's just, and I know you guys can say, what's a rule? It's a rule. Well, something's got to be done, especially since, our old batter's boxes from back in the day, that plate goes forward now. We can use the plate as a pitcher, we can use the plate as a strike zone. So it's just not the same. Something's got to be done about that, because it just takes the fun out of the game, in my opinion. And all the other rules, you guys, this is my suggestion to SSUSA is all these other rules you guys can abide by, and you tend to freaking be really stiff on that one. But then again, I didn't see that you motherfuckers checking bats over the weekend, and you're talking about, you're calling stepping out of the front of the box like it's, I don't want to get into that shit right now. That's going to be a totally different video. But then again, nobody was checking bats in SSUSA. Nobody was looking at end caps, cap separation. None of you guys were filling bats over the weekend, but you damn were calling that freaking out of the box, weren't you? But then again, that's another rant video. I want to go into an off season because it's Monday morning. I'm going to come out here and hit right after Vegas. I'm done for the rest of the year. I'm taking this whole week off. I'm going to do a lot of hitting this week. Next week, I started my off season workout routine. I'm going to let you guys, I'm actually going to show you guys what I do to lift to get stronger for next year. And then once next year starts, I'm going to go through this during the whole winter time. And once next year starts, I'm going to start on my down, what I do to get prepared, because my routines, nobody has my routine. It's not out there. It's a totally different routine that you guys might think. You know, I do lift a little bit heavier during the off season, but that's another thing too. I'm going to redo my website. I'm going to start putting a lot of nutritional stuff out there on it than what's out there. I need to update it. A lot of the workout routines, I'm going to change those around and actually add some more that I haven't added, because I have paperwork for the last 30 years, guys, of workout routines that actually help softball. My assistant routine, working the different groups of muscles in your body for softball, I'm going to put that up there and actually do a couple of videos on that in the gym over the off season. There's just a lot of things I want to start adding. You know, a lot of you guys lit a fire under me over the weekend, come up and talking to me, to get, you know, start making it bigger. So that's one thing I wanted to do for you. I want to talk about a lot of the issues that are out there for senior softball, and talk to a lot of you guys. A lot of you, you know, I get a lot of love from the AAA and the, you know, the majors, guys out there that come up and talk to me that want to better their game. And senior softball is getting bigger, guys. I mean, it's gotten a lot bigger in the last 5-6 years that I've seen everybody out there. A lot of you guys love playing the sport. I love playing the sport. I wouldn't be doing this. But again, guys, hope a lot of you guys are safe from Vegas. I'm going to start try to put out a couple of videos a week. I have a lot of our games from Vegas, from the 55s from last week when I was there, and then 50s this week. We showed up at Texas Mavericks, did a good showing in Vegas. A lot of great players. You know, that's another thing too. A lot of guys are turning 49, 50 this year that can play. I watched a few of those games and I'm like, wow, a lot of good athletes coming up, taking really good care of their bodies. You know, didn't see that, you know, 10 years ago, you know, 8 years ago. A lot of guys that are coming up from playing 40s in very good shape. So there's a lot of things I want to get into. I want to talk to a lot of you guys about hormone replacement therapy. You know, a lot of the stuff that I have knowledge about, that I've talked to doctors about. A lot of you guys, you really don't know about hormone testosterone replacement therapy, that that a lot of you guys have been misinformed about what it does to your body. So I want to get into another video about that and let you guys be aware on what's out there and what can be done. You know, just don't have to feel like shit all the time. Your body's breaking down. There was a reason why your body's breaking down on us males. But again, I hope a lot of you guys are safe coming back from Vegas. And prayers are with the guys, the people that are up there right now, that hope you guys make it home safe. That's some fucked up shit, man, that's going on up there. But Billy just showed up, so I'm gonna get ready to hit right now. But I got a lot of videos coming out, guys. Thanks for the love. I just want to do an update on what I got coming out. There is I talked to a few guys over the weekend. Easton's coming out with a bat. From what, this is all just rumors that I hear. DeMarini's supposed to be coming out with a very good senior bat. I talked to a guy over the weekend about that, and there's just so much on the plate. I talked to Billy last night before I got on the plane to come back, and I was telling him all the things that I had heard coming out in bats, you know, technology. So we'll see. But I'm going to start putting out a lot more videos of just little things that I can think of. A lot of rant videos on what I've seen with SSUSA over the weekend, and I'll let you guys know. But thanks for watching. Thanks for the love, and I hope a lot of you guys are safe coming back from Vegas. Thanks.